Hello, I'm Daniel Bingamon. I have several projects I'd like to share with you. I'm starting this new Patreon channel. Anyhow, we got electronics, amp building, music, about all kinds of subjects. Yeah, shortwave, ham radio, Arduino, all kinds of stuff. Hope to share these things with you soon. Thank you. One of the projects I hope to share with you soon is converting this small heater into an amplifier. I've taken all the internals out of this cabinet. It's a little comfort zone Milkhouse style heater. We have the back plate here, and this is the front, the grill. Here's the lower portion. So, see, I could take the top part here, put a volume control with an on-off switch here. Down below, we can make this a tone switch. Power will continue to be power. Caution, well, I'm thinking about putting a negative feedback override switch in the back. And when you turn it on, it'll turn on to caution. It be kind of nice way to convey that. In the back here, I got the knobs and all the screws for the cabinet, internals. The screen, right now the screen is not fastened in place, but I will put that back in place. It came out when all the other stuff came out. So you just have to find a better way to mount it. I got some ideas. And I had two possibilities for the amplifier part. One is this right here that I'd started on some time ago. Circuit board that I designed. This is my BE5 5-watt board. It's based after a 5F1 Fender 5F1 amplifier. With a few minor modifications. I am going to put a solid state rectifier in it instead of the original 5x3 design. And here I got two tube sockets in place for 6v6 is the large tube in the 12AX7, and there is a volume control here. That will get changed over to using shielded cable rather than what you see there. I have to tell you, there's a guy on the YouTube and Patreon named Uncle Doug, and his information is just excellent. He has a lot of good comments to make, and I recommend, if you're wanting to learn about that type of stuff in great detail, that is the person to see. So the second board I want to show to you is this board here. I had named it the BE2, but I'm probably going to rename it in the future to the BE12. This will support about 12 watts using two 6v6 GTs, and then for a phase inverter it has a 6SQ7, and we have a 12AX7 for the preamp. This is based on an early Fender Deluxe design, only there's no tremolo circuit, which is why I use 6SQ7 instead of 12AX7. I just don't like using half a tube. I just got a problem with that. And anyhow, so it's another candidate, but I'm probably more likely going with the other one because this is kind of small for something like this. You could probably find a lot nice, bigger cabinet, bigger speaker to put this with. So that then brings up the next question. What am I going to use for a speaker? I had two ideas in mind here. The first possibility, a 6.5 inch Eminence 4-ohm speaker would fit nicely right here in the front. That's one way to do this. Another way is to put a nice bigger 8-inch speaker here on the back plate. I could either send the audio out the back through these louvers, or another possibility is just simply back the speaker up in the back of the thing and allow it to expand out into the grill, and even use some of these lower louvers as well. And that's also a thought. I'm not sure how well that would sound though. So it's something that I'm working on. And but I think this will make a cute amplifier. We'll have to find the handle that was originally on this. I think when I was using it as a heater, I took it off so it would fit on a shelf without hitting something else. So I will have to dig that up. I'm sure I got some extra handles handy for that. Now, about my workshop. It's a little messy. I've got some cleaning up to do. I have various equipment here. There is my current limiter. By the way, that was a suggestion of Uncle Doug and his website. I do currently have a 150 watt bulb in there, and depending on the size of what you're working on, it's actually a little overkill for a little 5 watter. Probably a 100 watt bulb would be fine for that. I was just working on a Princeton Deluxe, Fender Princeton Deluxe for someone, and I did have that in there. It actually glowed a little bit with that amplifier. But anyway, that amplifier, I repaired it successfully and got it out back to its owner. There is my SX42 Holocrafters radio waiting on the floor temporarily. I've been working on this, changing the capacitors in it and cleaning up the chassis. It had a mouse nest. There was rust everywhere. I used some of the Rust-Oleum galvanizing paint and other things, and cleaning up that. Its chassis. Here its chassis waits patiently for the radio to get put back in. My Bradford lathe, made in Cincinnati, about 1920. And my mini mill. It's my sander. Another item, like a bench grinder. And over in the back is a little scroll saw. There's my bandsaw. There you have it for this project. Next session we'll see more work done on this. I have a small bread pan on order, which I'm thinking of using for the chassis. It happens to be the size that would fit inside of this cabinet. Anyway, thanks for now. Take care.